bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We're meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Good morning, everybody. This is Uncle Mike, your favorite YouTuber's favorite uncle. And when I get into this, there we go. So I went through a Windows update, and it kind of changed most of the settings here on Streamlabs and all this kind of stuff. So I've had to do a little bit of rework here at the last minute, and I see that the Blue Yeti is working here, so the microphone is up and going. So good morning, everybody. Hey. I am Uncle Mike, your favorite YouTuber's favorite uncle, and we are here on X-Plane 11 because we are going to change maps in the Hunter Call of the Wild on the Xbox One. So I thought something interesting to do would be to fly to the Yukon. And yes, I am a licensed private pilot. I have not flown in years, but that's actually one of the things that I first did in video gaming on the PC, which was flight sim. And so here we are in X-Plane 11. We are going to fly our custom Carbon Cub, the Uncle Mike Carbon Cub. We are going to fly that up into a grass strip, have some fun here this morning. Yes, there is a time change going on. And so this will be the last stream that I do at 8 a.m. I am going to shift, all of my live streams over to 9 o'clock. So either 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. I got the hiccups. Sorry about that. So I'll be changing all of my promotion stuff and everything else to 9 o'clock. So whether that's 9 a.m. on Sunday mornings or whether that's 9 p.m. for our Wednesday evening live streams. So here we are. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Here we are in X-Plane 11. And you might be thinking, well, that looks great. That kind of looked like Call of the Wild on the Xbox One. Nope, this is X-Plane. So let's go ahead and zoom here into our Uncle Mike customized. There she is. Oh, that is one good looking ride right there. There she is, looking good. We can do a little walk around here. Got the old thumbs up there for Uncle Mike, looking good. We're over here at one grass strip. We're just going to do just a short little hop, but we can fly up, take a look at the scenery here up in the Yukon, maybe do a flyby. Excuse me, still got the hiccups. Going to do a flyby of one of the lookout towers, just like we have in. It's getting kind of annoying now. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee. All right, let's try this. So we are here at a grass strip. We're going to do a little hop up over the mountains, check out a lookout tower, and then we are going to go over and land at another grass strip that is tucked in the woods, and that will be where we end up to drop ourselves off. And therefore there we are in the Yukon, and therefore there we are ready to go for our Wednesday, our hump day hunt up in the Yukon on the Hunter Called the Wild on the Xbox One. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and get into the aircraft, and let's go ahead and do some pre-flight stuff and get this all set up here. All right, so just kind of give you guys a look around here. You can actually we can take a look around. I have flown in a Carbon Cub. I had the privilege, the honor, the excitement, the experience. It was amazing. Back in, I think it was February of last year, so over a year ago now, I got to fly with Corey Robin of the Flying Cowboys in his Carbon Cub, and they are rocket ships. They are absolutely amazing aircraft. If you want to take a look, I think I can put a card up here in this video, so you can take a look at that video. Absolutely amazing. And so here we are in our now customized Carbon Cub. So we've got don't need a bunch of fuel, so you can see we got half fuel in each tank. We'll go and take a look over here at this one. So yep, half there, a little light. It's a beautiful day here in the Yukon, so we are not going to need, I don't think, any type of instrument lights. But everything is everything works in the cockpit. So everything should work in the cockpit. I don't have the joystick is like, oh, there we go. ID 10T air there. All right, everything sure works in the cockpit, throttle, everything there, controls, everything looking good. You remember saying, well, what happened there, Uncle Mike? Well, I had the game paused. So nothing was working on the joystick. Okay, so we got that fixed now. So again, ID 10T error there. But everything is nice. We see we have the, I went ahead and I purchased the glass cockpit right there. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get this going. Let's get in the air and let's go for a flight. All right, master on. Avionics on. Let's go ahead and switch it to get all the flight instruments we really don't need. We've actually got a map over here on our little iPad, so that's where we're at. Where we're actually going to end up is right over here. Is where we're flying to the grass strip to drop us off here in the Yukon. So I'll go ahead and zoom in right there. Everything's looking good. Let's go ahead and turn on some anti-smash lights. We'll get the landing lights on just before we are ready for takeoff here. Everything's looking good. I like it. There I am. There I am. Look at this. Look at this. Look at, I've even customized and put a picture of me flying back in 1990. That is out in Prescott, Arizona. I went to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, and there's me flying out of Love Field in a Cessna 172 out of North Air, and there North Air is still there. It is an FBO. out at Love Field. So, all right, everything is looking good. So everything is set. I like it. Let's go ahead and go full rich on the old mixture here. I'll go ahead and give you the, go ahead and come out here. All right, here we go. Take a look, looking good. All right, clear prop. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh, did not have the brake set. Bad. Well, there's our first mistake. All right, everything is looking real nice now. Go ahead and take a look at engine instruments. Oil temperature is coming up. Oil pressure looks good. Exhaust gas temperature is coming up. Everything's looking real good. Fuel quantity, as I said, we've got about a little less than half a tank there, so everything's looking good. I like what I see out here. All right. Go ahead and let that warm up here before we just do a quick taxi out. We'll go ahead and get out here. We don't want to really. That's pretty nice right here where we're parked. Yeah, we can let everything warm up, and then we'll check the magnetos in the aircraft. The magnetos are permanent magnet generators. There's 2 of them in the engine for aircraft, and so we checked both of those. Well, how we'll check them is we'll actually cycle through them, and we should see then a decrease in RPM when we check each of the magnetos separately, because they're each powering its own set of spark plugs in the cylinder. So if you're not having as much ignition, so if you turn off one magneto, then basically what you will see is you'll see a drop in RPM. So let's go ahead and get back into the cockpit here, and I can show you that. So I'll come over here. Go ahead and cycle the parking brake here. All right, so there's about, let's go ahead and go right at about 1600 RPMs. And so now I'll cycle the key, so you'll see the key turn over here, and you'll see a drop in RPM. So there's a drop in RPM. Magneto looks good. Cycle back to both magnetos. There we go. And turn the key to the other magneto. Looking good right there. Back to both. So yeah, I like it. Magnetos seem to be working good. All right, let's come off the throttle. All right, and we are ready to go. Let's go ahead and release the brakes. Here we go. A little different view here. Taxi out. What we'll do is we're going to take off into this box canyon here, so we are pretty much ready to go. We'll just taxi on out here. Give you some views so that way you can see. So here we are. This little logging operation and grass strip here, or dirt strip, not really grass strip, dirt strip here. And so kind of give you the bird's eye view here, what we're looking at. So here we go. That is where we're taking off from, logging operation. There's actually some logging operation going up here on the hill here. We're going to take off right into this canyon, fly around. The canyon continues around here to the left. We are going to go ahead and do that also. Then probably drop over the mountain and head over to where we're going to land. So, all right, let's go ahead. The Carbon Cub, it's actually a real powerful airplane. We're just going to do really just a normal Carbon Cub takeoff here. Very simple. It's just full throttle, hold a little bit back pressure, and just let the aircraft fly off on its own, just with a little bit of back pressure. So here we go. Things looking green on the instruments. Just holding a little bit of back pressure. Rudder for steering, and there she comes right off. We'll climb up out of the trees here. We'll go and get some airspeed. Bring in that 1 notch of flaps that we put down there just for the normal takeoff. All right, and flaps are coming up. There we go. Yep, it's a mechanical flap. That's what that lever is there over on the left. There's amazing. All right, come off the throttle just a little bit here. We're down at sea level, so don't want to give too much throttle here. So probably going to hear the all the clicking and stuff as I reset trim here on the flight stick. All right, looking good. So we'll just go ahead and have a nice flight here, flying out. Got a lot of nice spots to do some off-airport landing down there in the river, as you can see, as we so a little down there on that creek bed down there. Maybe when we get over to where we're going to land, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and think about doing an off-airport landing. But we'll just have a nice flight here, kind of like hunting, is that we can chat about all kinds of bullshit, just like hunting. Flying's kind of the same way, because you get everything in your ear, but that's what we can do. So, all right, looking good. Beautiful scenery up here in the Yukon. Gonna check everything, check out the instruments. Everything is looking good. Flaps looking good. As we gain altitude, we can go ahead and lean out the mixture. You'll actually see RPMs go up, just because as we get higher, we don't need so much rich fuel, and so we can slowly lean out. We'll actually see a little bit as I lean out. There we go. Actually just get a little bit of RPMs back as we do that. So yeah, we're just gonna fly up here. We're actually coming up into this box canyon. If you look at the map down here, if I zoom out, go ahead, we're gonna take this box canyon around here. So I'm gonna fly kind of on one side of the box canyon, that way in case something happens, we have an out. We don't want to fly right down the middle of the canyon, because then you're limiting yourself as if you need to do a turnaround. So if we needed to, fly back to have a nice flight, if we needed to fly back, maybe emergency landing down there on the creek bed or something like that. But we don't want to just fly right down the middle of the canyon. So you'll see we're going to kind of fly close to this side here. Also, no reason to fly all the way on the other side of the canyon, because we are going to make kind of this turn around over here. So yep, just gaining altitude, just climbing out. Everything's looking good. If we come down here and we look, climbing up about 500 feet per minute, 70 knots, everything's just looking just a nice easy ride. Here's what we're doing, a nice easy ride. I'm flying away. I'm just going to come over here and take a look at how everything's looking on the old OBS. It's looking pretty good. All right, yeah, just a nice flight going on. As we continue to just gain altitude, I'm going to go ahead and slow down just a little bit more. A little bit more of a pitch. Just going ahead and trim nose up here to see if we can get just a little bit more of a climb rate going. So up to 550, so we gain some there. We're going to need to get probably about 5,000 feet or so to clear, to go ahead and clear the mountain that we need to climb over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut across the valley here. As we just kind of gain altitude, continue to fly outside the cockpit, look down here. Don't have a lot of places where if we need to do an emergency landing, so the creek bed is basically it. But just kind of keep that in the back of my mind, because we're climbing up. We've got quite a bit of torque here and P factor, so the plane is wants to turn there a little bit. No worries. I am just flying with the joystick here. My Carbon Cub, it is equipped with an autopilot, but we're just going to fly this stick and rudder here this morning for our Sunday morning soar. And again, because of the time change, it's we're all used to being 7 o'clock. So that is why I am going to change now to 9 o'clock for my live streams, both on Sunday and also on Hump Day on Wednesdays. But I didn't do it for this, so that is bad on me, and so I did not want to go ahead and change it at the last minute. So yep, I got up still at 7 o'clock, which used to be 6. so it could be here for our flight up in the Yukon to change maps. Go on the hump day hunt. We'll be back on the Hunter Call of the Wild, but we will now be in the Yukon looking for caribou, grizzly bear, and bison, and wolves, and all kinds of amazing stuff. So we will be back in Hunter Call of the Wild on the Xbox One for the hump day hunt. Everything is looking good. I like the flight going on. We are going to actually go up into this canyon over here. We can actually kind of take a look at it out there at the window. We're going to fly up there. That is where we are going to head up. Go ahead and fly over to this side of the canyon. We're going to go over where the flap handle is, right up here in the left. This is where we are going to drop over the mountain right there. I'm going to fly over to this side of the canyon. If we give ourselves enough time, actually we can just go ahead and give ourselves some more time and just keep flying here. Then we'll make the turn once that canyon kind of closes up on us on the left. Looking good, because there is a lookout tower. There is a Hunter lookout tower here that we can buzz as we fly over to our landing strip. Alright, we'll start to make this turn now. Good. Kind of just come right over this ridge right here. What we want to do is we want to cross right over that gap that's straight ahead now. We'll see if we've got enough. We might need to rethink this here. Go ahead and lean out a little bit. We'll get a little bit more RPMs. We're higher, so we can actually go ahead and add some throttle here for the engine. So there we go. Looking good. So we're going to drop over right through this gap here. Go ahead and buzz that lookout tower. Then we got to drop back down to sea level, because the grass strip or dirt strip that we're going to land at is pretty much, well, it's at sea level. It's maybe a couple hundred feet above sea level. We're going to have to drop down. It'll be fun. That'll give us a little zippy ride as we drop down off the mountains here. But everything is looking real good. There we go. How was that sound looking here? Yes, might be that's a good sound. So I'm gonna cut down that sound there. There you go. Maybe that's better there. Especially when I go outside like this. The outside view. So if I go on the inside view, it's probably all right. But all right, I think we got that cleaned up. So there we are, looking good. All right, go ahead and come off the throttle a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and start trim up for some level flight. Just going to follow this canyon wall to the left. Go find the lookout tower, buzz it. Actually, where we are heading is right out there. That is where you can see there's maybe some, you can kind of see the logging operation going on out there. Over there is our grass strip that we are going to get to. All right. Looking good, huh? Yeah. There we are. Heading out. Go find that lookout tower. It looks amazing. Nice peak. Look at the scenery up here in the Yukon. Wow. It is absolutely amazing. I have been up to southern Alaska. I went up there with Dad and Mom. Actually, I guess you could say Alaska proper, but I really don't remember that when I was as a kid. But then as an adult here, Aunt Cindy, yeah, your Aunt Cindy and I, we have been to southern Alaska on a cruise, and it's just absolutely amazing. All right, so we're just gonna follow this ridge right here. I have done an off-airport landing up here when I've been flying up in this area before, right down over here. It was a little sketch, not gonna lie, but right down there. All right, gonna come off the power a little bit. We're gonna get a little bit of a descent going here because right on that ridge, right ahead of us, is where the lookout tower is. So we're gonna go up there. We're gonna buzz that. If I sound like I'm a little stopped up, it's because I got COVID. No, I've just got allergies really bad. So down here to the left, down over here to the left. That's an off airport landing plot too, but we're not going to go there. You start to see the tower, the lookout tower, a little bit. Looking good here. I don't really need to add any flaps or anything like that because it's just going to be. They're going to be like a high speed. The Carbon Cub high speed flyby. But the lookout tower is tucked right here, just off center to the right of the nose. You'll start to see it tucked in the woods there. There it is. There is the lookout tower. There's our Call of the Wild lookout tower. All right, I'm going to come off the throttle. Here we go. Right ahead there, off in the distance, that is the dirt strip that we are going to land at. What's up, Diesel Gaming? What's up? Are you looking at the game? Yep, we are flying to the Yukon. So on my hump day hunt next week, we will be back on the Hunter Call of the Wild, but I'm changing maps, so I thought that would be fun to do, which would be to say, well, we're going to fly to our next map. So, because in the real world, I do have my private pilot's license. I'm not current, haven't flown in years, but this is actually how I got into really gaming, was flight sim. I played the original Sub-Logic flight sim. Diesel Gaming, I'm good. I'm a little stopped up just because of the allergies and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, good. How are you doing? How are you doing? Are you amazing today? As you can see, I've changed things around. I got a little tiny webcam just so you can see more of the screen here on flying. So, but yeah, everything's looking real good. I think I had the sound way too loud for, and I might even have the sound way too loud for the Blue Yeti. I'm not sure. Or maybe I'm just right.
When I talk really loud.
That's good. It's good to know that you're good. So there is the landing strip. You can see where they got logging operations going right there off the nose. Let's go ahead and do a little. There is our landing strip. You can see it right off the nose here. We'll go ahead and do a flyby. Let you see the landing strip. Go ahead and slow down just a little bit more. Let's go ahead and do a pass down here of the landing strip. Let you take a look. Come maybe circle back, and then we'll think about doing the landing or something like that. So yeah, you can see the logging operations going on over here. Looking good, but this dirt strip, it is tucked in the woods. So we've got a wall of trees here for this landing. So this is what we're flying right now. Our customized Carbon Cub, Uncle Mike, yep, 3.6, Uncle Mike, November 3.6, Uncle Mike. All right, let's go ahead and get back in here. Let's go ahead and do our flyby of the landing strip. Oh yeah, you can see it's got like a little dog leg at the end. Oh, we got a logging truck on on the strip right now. Whoa, watch the trees, watch the trees. There's like a campground kind of working area right there. All right, throttle, let's go ahead and come up here. Go ahead and kind of just do a left pattern here. No, I am not streaming on Twitch. Also, that's a good conversation to have here as we just kind of fly around. because like hunting and flying, there's a lot of bullshitting going on when you're doing both of those activities. So I actually started on Twitch streaming years ago under a different character. I was Mike on Xbox, and then for the weight loss and the YouTube stuff, I then became Uncle Mike. And so we'll just do a left-hand pattern here, work our way back to the airfield, and so then I went over, met some people, went over to Mixer. Oh, look at the places to land down there. Oh, okay, so there's the airfield right back here, but look at these places down here. I think we need to do an off-airport landing first. That is what we will do. So, all right, so I'm going to fly back over here to the water and set up. We'll come back. We'll fly up that creek bed. We'll land off airport. All right, so that is what this that is what the Carbon Cub is all about too. So, all right, so back to Twitch, and so then I met some people, and I started streaming on Mixer. And all right, I'm getting a little. I'm going to slow us down here, add some flaps, and so then what I. So I made the YouTube channel. Sorry, I made the YouTube channel, and then I thought about, okay, well, I'm also, since I'm doing gaming on Twitch, and and Twitch is really right heavy into streaming for gamers. Going to throw in a notch of flaps here, get a little slow, and so I did that just for a little bit, and then I started looking into Discord and Facebook and a bunch of different platforms, and I'm just not even going to lie with you. I'm old, and I just decided, I want to focus on a limited amount of platforms. So even though obviously there's a lot of criticism of like Twitter, so I pretty much only use Twitter now for Uncle Mike in terms of social media, and then all of my content, I think is the term, all of my content is going to be on YouTube. So that's the long answer to your question of no. I put all my videos, everything I stream on YouTube, and then most of my social media. I mean, I have a Facebook for Uncle Mike. I have an Instagram for Uncle Mike. I do have a Discord server for Uncle Mike. But it was just, for me, it was just too much, right? All this platform. So long answer to no. I don't stream on Twitch. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. All right. So we're down here. We're following the creek bed. Well, we did that little pattern there, setting up. There was the off-airport landing. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. Just going to fly the creek bed here. Man, this is looking good. How we doing? Everything's looking good. We're getting a little slow, but we got flaps in, so we're okay here. Looking good. Look at that. Oh, man. Let's go ahead. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's looking good. Okay. Let's get back in the cockpit. It's a little hard to fly outside the cockpit. Okay. Here we go. All right. Let's go ahead. Everything's looking good. Slower down here. We're going to come around this bend here. This is where it opened up. We saw that just a minute ago. Ooh, that was close in the trees. All right. Pull up full flaps. We're going to tuck her in right here. We're going to tuck her in right here. See if I can get you a better view. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, need a little brakes. I'm gonna get back in the cockpit here. A little differential braking. Spin her around. Oh, man, that worked out. That worked out good. There she is. Oh, let's tuck in the flaps. There we go. We're gonna need one notch of flaps. But there we are. There is the Uncle Mike Carbon Cub for a nice off-field landing. That is amazing. And again, I got to do an off-field landing with Corey Robin of the Flying Cowboys and his Carbon Cub up in Utah February last year, and it was amazing. Again, I will up here in the top, I should be able to add a card so you can link to that video. And it was just it was amazing. So that's the inspiration here for the Carbon Cub. Go ahead and give you see, look at this. Oh, look at that. Look at this. It's even got Uncle Mike up here on the cowling. The N number, November 3-6. Uncle Mike. It's actually uniform Mike, but that's okay. We'll just say Uncle Mike, because we can, because it's ours. This is a Cub Crafters Carbon Cub. Look at that. See, you've got my thumbs up. Actually, I just changed this recently because I did have my one of my original logos, which was a big, like, kind of cartoon M. But now I've got the big thumbs up. All right. Everything's looking good. I like it. We're going to need to get Alpha here. We're going to need to then go ahead and fly on over. This is just an experiment here. I thought it would be kind of fun to kind of tell like a story with games. So, you know, for another thing is I went to college for aerospace engineering. So I thought it would be fun in the future, like when maybe Kerbal Space Program 2 comes out on the Xbox, and then like that game Surviving Mars, it would be kind of neat to link them together. But of course I would need to link them with outdoors stuff. I don't want to just make like The Leap, right? So because I've been playing a lot of The Hunter Call the Wild, thoroughly enjoy that game, and so changing maps, flying to new maps in The Hunter Call the Wild, I just thought that would be cool. So that's my idea. Okay, that's enough. Good. All right, everything's looking good. I like it. We're down here at sea level. Let's go ahead and here we go. Go ahead, you'll see that lever move there on the left, just because we dialed in one notch of flaps. If you haven't played flight sims, they are absolutely amazing. So if we take a look, you can see now that we've got flaps dialed in, I can dial in all the flaps, take them out, go ahead and put that one notch, everything moves. That is pretty amazing. All right, so here we go. We are ready to go. We are going to now. There we go. This one we're going to go ahead and give a little nose down, get some speed here. We'll go ahead and use as much space as we've got, so we'll kind of backtrack the way that we were heading. All right, looking good. I'm going to go bring that flaps in. Fly the creek bed back. We're going to fly out back to the water here. We'll come back around. Maybe go ahead and do one more pattern. We'll do another flyby of the grass strip. Take a look. We did have that truck. We had that logging truck right on the dirt strip. I guess I like saying grass strip more than dirt strip. So we had that logging truck right on the dirt strip. So we're going to fly out here just onto the shoreline and then start making our way back. Here, I'll go ahead and give you that view. So we just came out of here, and right over here is that tucked in the woods. It's hard to see, but right underneath the wing right there, that is where we are going. So let's go ahead and start our turn back. Here we go. So you can see right on the shoreline here, looking good. Tuck in some flaps here. We're going to be high, so we're going to go and come way off the power. There's the strip right there. We can see it now. Just go ahead and come around. Like I said, we will do a little bit slower flyby. We're already slow right here, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to slow up for the approach. We'll just go ahead and do another flyby, and then we'll do a pattern. Come in and land. And that will be it here for our nice short flight here on X-Plane 11, switching maps over in the Hunter Call the Wild. We are going to start hunting caribou and grizzly bear and red fox and wolf and all that come for our hump day hunt on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time now. We just had the time change here in the States. So there we go. All right, airfield looks clear. Let's go ahead and dial in some power. Let's go ahead and fly right down here. Everything's looking good here. Yeah, I like it. Take a look. Oh yeah, looking good. All right. Let's go ahead and climb out. We're going to do a normal left-hand pattern here. We're going to do what we started to do before we did that off-field landing. So we'll just go ahead now and just do a nice pattern. Looking good. Not really looking to do a real The real traffic pattern would be something, right, where you'd come up, you'd do a 90-degree left turn, you do the crosswind, and now we're on downwind, 180 degrees to our landing spot right there in those trees, right off the wing. You kind of see some of the road and stuff, but right off those trees, that is where the landing strip is. We're on the downwind now. Again, we will fly out to the shoreline, and then we will go ahead and just do a 180, come back and land. Everything is just looking good. I like everything. The flight's been real good. Plane has behaved herself. So, all right. So here we are. Oh, looking good. So we are ready now to go ahead and start our turn here. Let's go ahead and come off the throttle a little bit. Let's get back in the cockpit. Let's go ahead and put another notch of flaps in. Let's start our approach. Slow her down. She slows down real good. So there is the landing strip right off the nose now. Again, it's got that dog leg, so we're going to come in. We're going to do like a little bit of a right turn as we come in here. So, all right. Definitely looking at what we got. We got the airport made, so let's go ahead and dial in full flaps. We'll just go ahead, come back to idle here. About 45 knots, right over these trees. You can see this little dog leg we've got to deal with. Everything's looking good. Just gonna go ahead. I've got plenty of this thing lands so slow. We're just gonna head now. You can see it's actually uphill right here. Just gonna go ahead and just slow her down. Slow her down. There we go. Oh, there's that logging truck. It just was coming out. We landed just in time. All right, let's get a little bit of differential braking here. Just kicking it with the right brake. Spin us around here. There we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Those big old Tundra tires, and on the dirt here and all this, it just takes a little bit of power to go ahead and get her moving. All right. Go ahead and clean up those flaps. There we go. Slow her down here a little bit. Go change views for you. There we go. Update the view. And come over here. We'll park her. Looking good. Just a nice little flight over here. Again, just kind of something fun to do. Kind of linked to two of my things that I like to do, which are actually several things that I like to do. Here we go. We'll park it right here in the grass. Yeah, looks good. Go ahead and set the parking brakes. So I thought it would be just fun to do would be to, link up not only the outdoors and hunting and shooting and all that, but then flying, all of stuff that I've done in the real world. So that was fun. That was really, I think, neat to do. Let's go ahead and turn off the lights. We'll go ahead. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull the mixture over here. This is the mixture right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull the mixture. Kill the throttle. There we go. Looking good. Turn everything off. There she is. Let's go to the outside of the airplane. Yep, there I am. And there is 3-6 Uncle Mike. I think I can actually put chocks under the wheels. Yep, I can. Look. There she is. Put some chocks under the wheel. That's amazing. Very, very, very cool. Let's see here. Can we zoom out then? Kind of like a ending shot. There is the Yukon. So we are going to be hunting in the Hunter Call of the Wild up here in the Yukon for our Wednesday live stream, or our hump day hunt. So this has been a short live stream here of flying to our new map in the hunt, so we can hunt in a new map on the Hunter Call of the Wild. So on Wednesday, I will be back on the Xbox One playing the Hunter Call of the Wild, see if we can go find ourselves a caribou. That's actually the main reason to come up here. I was watching a YouTube video of a in real life caribou hunt, that show on Netflix. Actually, might not, was it on YouTube? It was on Netflix, The Meat Eater, and he was out with buddies hunting caribou, and I just thought that was an amazing experience. And so I was like, I need to find the map in the Hunter Call of the Wild where we can go hunt caribou. And then I was like, wow, that'd be kind of cool to go ahead and link up these games together. So we have flown up here into the Yukon. On Wednesday, we will be back on the Hunter Call of the Wild hunting caribou. I don't call them reindeer, I call them caribou. Actually, the game, I think, calls them caribou in the Yukon, but then in other places they call them reindeer, but they're not. They are caribou. Yep. Thank you for watching, Cousin Diesel. Thank you for showing up. It was fun giving you the chat and all that kind of stuff. But just a short, we had the time change here in the States, and so it is early, or at least it feels early, because it's an hour. It is an hour. What we're used to, it is an hour early. So, but cousin, thanks for watching. Hey, please go give this video and watch some other videos and give them a thumbs up. Click that like button. If you would like to support my channel, then please buy me a coffee. But most of all, cousin, remember, thumbs up, because you are amazing. I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite uncle. I am Uncle Mike. Bye.